Detailed demonstrations. Step 1. Alignment. Insert the bit into the chuck jaws and close the jaws just to the point where the bit slides in and out. Match the flats on the chuck with the flats on the tube. Now press the pusher button in and hold it. Insert the chuck, slide the drill bit to the drill stop, and release the pusher button. Look into your alignment viewer. Turn the bit to the point that is held by the clamp arms in the narrowest width. While holding onto the chuck, tighten the chuck knob. Then press the pusher button and remove the chucked drill bit. Tighten the chuck once more so that the bit won't move when you sharpen. Step 2. Sharpen. Insert the chuck and align either white mark with the cam post. Now rotate the chuck, white mark to white mark. The drill bit is ground by the sharpening wheel each time you turn the chuck. Turn white mark to white mark an even number of times, about 6 half turns for a 1/4 inch bit and 12 for a 3/8 bit. Remove the bit and inspect the tip. Listen carefully to the sound your drill doctor makes. If it sounds like this, you are sharpening correctly. Be sure that the cam rests against the post so that the sharpening tube rocks back and forth as you turn the chuck. This motion creates the right bit geometry. Note that you should direct light pressure into the sharpening hole, not down. Optional step. Split the point. To split the point, do not remove the bit from the chuck after sharpening. Align the white mark on the chuck with the white mark on the splitting hole. Press firmly into the drill doctor until the chuck stops. Remove the chuck, rotate 1/2 turn, and repeat. Sharpening small bits. A few quick pointers will help you sharpen smaller bits more successfully. First, align the bit as normal. However, before sharpening, look inside your chuck from the back. If the chuck jaws look like this, then you need to gently loosen the chuck until the jaws align properly. If you sharpen the bit with the jaws out of alignment, your bit will also be out of alignment and won't sharpen properly. Now, sharpen the small bit, but use very light pressure and fewer white mark to white mark rotations. Sharpening large bits. Large bits are sharpened just like any other bit. It is important to sharpen these bits so that the entire face of the drill bit is sharpened. A large bit requires more pressure and will require more white mark to white mark rotations. Sharpening masonry bits. Masonry bits are sharpened similar to other bits. Start by sizing the chuck. Then hold the pusher button down and insert the chuck into the alignment hole. Do not release the pusher button. Instead, rotate the bit to the 2 o'clock position. Tighten, then remove the chuck. Now, sharpen the masonry bit. Start with 4 half turns. Inspect the bit. Then add turns as necessary. Cleaning. Your drill doctor is a precision tool and should be cleaned periodically to remove dust and grit that can wear down the ports and the chucks. Keeping these parts clean will keep your drill doctor sharpening accurately. The following cleaning process typically takes no more than 5 minutes and should be used to clean your drill doctor after every 20 bits you sharpen. You will need to clean the sharpening wheel area, the alignment port, the sharpening port, the splitting port, and the chucks. Unplug your drill doctor before beginning the cleaning process. To clean around the sharpening wheel, remove the wheel cover with a flathead screwdriver or with the narrow end of the wrench that came with your drill doctor. Shake accumulated dust into a container. Then use a small, dry brush to remove dust particles from around the wheel. Clean each port by wiping the inside and outside with a dry cloth to remove grinding dust. If you wish, you may vacuum each port with a 1-inch vacuum hose. A clean chuck will prevent bits from slipping out of alignment during sharpening. To clean, blow compressed air through the chuck from the knob end to remove grinding dust. Then, as explained in the user's guide, take the chuck apart and clean inside and out. At Drill Doctor, we want to ensure that you are fully satisfied with your product. This video and the enclosed user's guide should answer most of your questions. Other important information can be found on our website at www.drilldoctor.com. Or if you prefer, you can call Drill Doctor technical support at the number shown in the user's guide. Thank you for buying Drill Doctor. Drill Doctor, the drill bit sharpener. Drill bits are meant to be sharpened.